Hello everyone, Pure Station here. Welcome to a new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! News. This is December 24th, so happy Christmas Eve to everyone. Today we're going to be going over some new cards released in Dimension Force, which are very, actually I don't know if they're good or not because I ain't looked into them, so I'm not even going to bullshit that. There's new Sky Strikers. We'll get into that if I have time for it. I got a lot of videos I got to make in the next 2 days, and I actually have to make them all in one day. So, for you all guys on Christmas, if you're seeing this on Christmas or your Christmas Eve, whatever you're seeing it, I'm literally doing this all in one recording, so do not hate me for this. Yeah, we got time for it. Okay. So, this is Battle Guard. It's Battle Guard number 0. He's a level 1 Earth. It says you can use each of the first and third effects of this card once per turn. Second must be continuous, I assume. First effect, this card is normal special summon. You can add 1 Feast of the Wild level 5 from your deck to your hand. Effect 2, Battle Guard monsters you control gain 500 attack, which is good. Not great, but good. Effect 3, you contribute this card special summon 1 level 8 warrior from your hand. Alright, so that was worth going over. Alright, so let's get over to the Sky Strikers, I guess. Oh, really? So they actually haven't even got the actual printouts for these yet. Huh. So it looks like we got a bunch of spell cards here, guys. Alright, the first one is called Sky Striker Mobilize Linkage. It is a quick play spell. The only effect, if you control no monsters in your main monster zone, send 1 card you control to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Sky Striker Ace monster from your extra deck to the extra deck monster zone. Then if there is at least 1 light and 1 dark Sky Striker Ace monster on your field and or graveyard, the special summon monster gains 1000 attack. Also, after this card resolves, you can now special summon monsters from the extra deck until the end of the turn, except Sky Striker Ace monsters, which is not hard to do with Sky Strikers. They now have a field spell, apparently. This is Dual Tower Alcatraz, I think. Alcatraz, that's what it is. Dual Tower Alcatraz. Ain't that the... No, that... Man, that looks a lot like Battle City. But anyway, it's a field spell. See, the first effect, during the start of either battle phase, you can make each player reveal a monster from their deck, except a monster with questionable attack. And if you do, banish them face down. Then the player that banished a monster with higher attack is supposed to summon a monster from their hand. Also, it can attack directly. I see how this is going to work. So I could use that to my advantage if my opponent is using that. During either end phase, you can activate this effect. If you can still control this card during the end phase of your next turn, destroy all cards on the field. Ouch. That's a neat little effect there. Okay. Yeah, that's what these are. That is weird as hell. Because this is Dual Academy from GX. It says it's a field spell as well. First effect, I guess it's the only real effect. It says apply the following based on the monster types on the field. Warrior, Beast, Pyro, once per turn. If you activate a trap, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. Dinosaur, Sea Serpent, and Thunder type, once per turn. If you activate a spell, you can inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Oh. That's handy. Machine, Fairy, and Fiend. Once per turn, if you activate a monster effect, you can target 1 monster you control. It gains 1000 attack. That would be awful hard to work in like a Cyber Dragon or a Drytron deck. But I could see where that could work for this. Oh yeah, here we go. Card games on motorcycles. This is where I stop watching. Riding Duel. Acceleration. Continuous spell. You can only activate this card once per turn. Alright. First effect, when this card's activation resolves and you control no other cards, you can add one Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. Effect 2, during your standby phase, place one signal counter on this card. Effect number 3, you can remove 2 signal counters from the field and send this card from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, draw 2 cards, and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. That is pretty bad. I don't like that. Overlay network. Says you can use the first effect of this card once per turn. The second is continuous. Effect 1. Target one face-up monster you control. Special summon one monster with the same level from your hand or graveyard in defense position. But its effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. Effect number 2. Target one Xyz monster you control. Add one of its attached materials to the owner's hand. Huh. Let's see where that goes off. Okay. I think we got 2 left. Yeah. These are the last 2, guys. Again, you can use these. I don't think I'm going to. Not unless I find a way to break it, I wouldn't say. Let me get the Matrix out of here real quick. Sorry about that. That says Battle Royale mode joining. Continuous spell. Activate this card by targeting one effect monster on the field. Effect number 1. While this card is in the spell and trap zones twice per turn, if the target would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. Also, if it is destroyed by battle, the player that destroyed it gains 2,000 life points. Alright. If the turn player's opponent receives battle or effect damage, they can activate this card, special summon one level 4 or lower monster from their hand or deck, and if they do, they lose 2,000 life points. Dude, don't use that. That's terrible. Into the V-Rains. Please be good. Please. It's a normal spell. You can activate this card once per turn. Effect number 1, you special summon one monster from your hand, but its effects are negated. Then immediately after this effect resolves, link summon using monsters you control, including the special summon monster. Also, that link summon cannot be negated, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in the response to the summon. Oh. It's doing that shit again. Effect number 2. If your linked monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this card. Add one monster that has the same original type, also as the destroyed monster, to your hand. Huh. So, we actually have a good card here, guys. This one, because you can link summon and your opponent cannot negate it, so. Very handy. It is not continuous, but you could use that like a forbidden droplet, basically. Alright. Well, I guess that's cool. Let's look at the meta. See if we can find anything here. Because we basically went over everything that we can. I'm not real interested in the current meta. I was hoping it was going to take me like back in time. I don't know. Get that. Let's see if I can find the history again. History! Let's do that. Please take me to the beginning, because I would rather not. Alright, here we go. We'll start here. The complete history of the TCG formats, part 1. Now, again, I'm going to go over this because because it's Christmas Eve, and I would like to re-go through the routes where we started and do some unexplored places that I've never been. So after GX, I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I basically was like, nah, this card game ain't for me. I wasn't very good back then, not like I am now. Now I've kind of got like my own way of doing things. Actually, I got a surprise for you guys. You guys will get the video, I think, today. But basically, I have built and I found the cards, and I got some of them are still in order. That's why I ain't done it yet. But I'm building a 2021. This is the end of the year. Hopefully, I'll have it before the end of the year. If not, then we'll get to it in like the first 2 weeks of January, and it'll be a 2022 format. But I'm building Cyber Dragons, and I'm learning right now how to use them, how to run them, and how to basically combo them off. They're not that hard. They're very unique. I actually like using them. So look forward to the Cyber Dragons when they come out. It'll be a big thing. What am I thinking? The deck list itself is not that expensive. I can run you through exactly how much I paid for it. I promise you this right now. I spent less than $100 to pull this off. So, if you're interested in Cyber Dragons and the meta of Cyber Dragons and how good that they can and can't be, I think they're very good. I actually like using the deck. I would like to go and use it in a tournament, but I won't do it until I get all the cards and it's all complete. There's used a lot of unique cards that I've never used before, but that's not beside the point. That I would really like to try to use this. So just look for that video in the future. I think there's one coming out on EDO that basically has the same build. It's just not legit yet, but I will get the legit build and I'll show you how to combo it off. I'll go over everything just like I did Blue Eyes. It's all good and great. Basically all I did was the extra deck I had to buy. There was I think there's one card in the actual Cyber Dragon deck itself that I actually had to buy because it was not in there. And it was a trap, I think. And then the only thing you actually have to buy is the extra deck. The extra deck is the only thing you have to put money into, because if you buy the brand new Cyber Dark decks, it has the cards for you. You get a great marginal amount of cards. And those new Cyber Darks, they kind of help get to your actual Cyber Dragon monsters. More or less your Cyber Darks. You don't really use the Cyber Darks. You just send them to the graveyard, and occasionally you'll fuse one off. You'll fuse them all together. But that's time for another story. Today, what I'm going to be wrapping this up with is the history of the TCG format, part 1. I'm not sure how long this thing is. It's a little bit long here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll stop it right here at 2002, alright? And if I can, every single day I'll go over, TCG and what it is. But this right here is where I want to stop, so, I can start my videos from there and move on. And, go over TCG as a whole, what it is. So this might take you a trip down memory lane like it's probably going to do me, but let me get a drink of water and we will get right to this, which is the first meta of Yu-Gi-Oh, which was amazing. Here we go. Yu-Gi-Oh started out as a weekly manga about a young boy who gets possessed by an ancient Egypt pharaoh and challenges a variety of antagonists to all kinds of different games. One of these games was called Magics and Wizards, but was later renamed to the more familiar Duel Monsters, which is what it is today, and it's a lot better for it. I'm not sure what that was. I just had something hit me in the foot. I thought it was my cat, and it was not my cat. That scared the hell out of me. I have no idea, but I'm getting my feet out of the floor now. I ain't doing that again. It might have been my cord. I don't know, but it scared the shit out of me. Anyway, the game was originally intended to be a reference to the various trading card games that had taken off in the mid-1990s thanks to Magic the Gathering. However, it gained a life of its own, with fans clamoring for it to be brought back into the manga, and so it reappeared in later chapters. Which is cool. Duel Monsters' popularity eventually led to the manga shifting its focus entirely toward it, and also to the release of the first physical Duel Monsters by Bandai. I remember these cards. I have a Mirror Force Bandai somewhere if I can find it. If I do, I'll make a video on some of my Bandai cards that I still have. I got a Bandai Blue Eyes somewhere too, which they're very pretty cool. But it says, these cards were not truly designed to be used in a playable game format, which was true, and were more collector's pieces than anything. Factors which shortened their print run. The idea didn't really take off any further until Konami created an official trading card game in 1998, which at this time I would have been 2 years old, and we didn't actually get Yu-Gi-Oh until I think 2001, I think. This version of the game included new rules not seen in the manga, most notably tribute summoning and the increase of life points to 2,000 to 8,000. The game rapidly gained steam in Japan, becoming a sensation almost instantly. Alongside the premiere of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters anime in 2000, the further solidified the franchise's popularity, leading to an eventual worldwide export of both the show and the cards in early 2002. So 2002 was when they actually had the trading card set. I got my first Yu-Gi-Oh card in 2002. We got packs at the store. Thought they were cool. We was trying to get the Yugi and Seto Kaiba starter decks, but at that time, like I said, I was very poor, so we was not able to get them, unfortunately. If I did, I'd probably still have them. The cards would probably be bent, but yeah. So, that's it. It's just a little bit. I didn't want to make this video too long, because when I go diving into this, either today or tomorrow, it's gonna be, you know, compact with a bunch of other shit. So we'll just leave this as it is. Again, the Yu-Gi-Oh card game has been very, very great for years, and it will always be, hopefully, always be good. But this is all the time I have for the video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a good Christmas Eve. Hopefully I get that Cyber Dragons deck. That Cyber Dragons deck pretty quickly, and that Cyber Dragons EDO video done in a pretty quick time. So hope you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the rest of your day, and happy holidays to all the rest of you. I'm Pierce Nation. I'll see you in the next video. Pierce Nation out.